to be able to have the same rights to visit each other when we're sick, to have our Social Security passed on when we pass away. So we don't want special rights, just the same rights.
This indicates that you're male and female. Is that incorrect?
That's incorrect. That's what the...
Okay. You want to make the change to correct that here? Just change whichever one. Okay. Just so you know that Ohio law does not allow persons of the same gender to marry. There's an impediment to that in the state of Ohio. And we won't be able to issue you a marriage license because of that.
Doesn't that law take effect May 1st?
No, ma'am. That law's been in effect as long as I can recall, but I know it dates back to 80. The case law that's reflected in this journal entry that I'm giving you, or judgment entry that I'm giving you, indicates that in 1980 is when the court made a determination of what the marriage law, the appellate court in this district made a determination of what the marriage law is. And it says it's an impediment to be of the same gender. So I'm going to have to deny your application. I assume you knew that when you applied. So. Anything else you'd like to state or anything? Okay. If you take this out to Mr. Polito, he will see to it that you get a copy of your judgment entry denying this. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
I'll take that. Thank you.
The only, I think all of us being here today says enough. It is a basic human right to be able to love each other and to have our democratic government acknowledge that, because fundamentally we're all taxpayers. Why not? Why not? There haven't been any valid reasons in my sights that that we shouldn't get married. So
people have asked if we had a ceremony, but we said we don't want a secondhand ceremony. We want the actual recognition, and that's what we're going for. Government recognition, a real marriage, not just what we say. I mean, anyone can go and have a ceremony, but to actually have the government say, yes, we recognize you and give us the rights, then that means something.
it's a step in the right direction.
He says he won't go against the law. He's afraid to make that, to go against the law.
Did you stamp anything on your application, or you take anything, or
Just wrote denied.
Denied.
Deny? Okay.
They'll give us a copy of it.
Until we get a judge that will go with the state constitution. Or until someone goes to the court and brings it up against the Constitution like they've done in other states.
How do you actually feel when he said he denied your application?
Disappointed.
Kind of disappointed, even though you know what's going to happen.
Even though it's still it's one more layered on disappointment. But I still believe it's a start.
Hi. I'm Sharon.
Hi. Thank
you.
Ladies, your application indicates to me both are the same gender.
Yes,
and,
true.
Ohio law prohibits the issuance of a marriage license to parties of the same gender.
Right.
And I will not be able to give you a marriage license today. Do you have any questions about any of that or anything?
No.
If you give this to Mr. Polito, he'll give you a certified copy of the judgment entry, so you have a certified copy indicating that it's been denied. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
I would just like to say that my partner couldn't be here today, but we've been together for 20 years, and we would love the opportunity to be able to be married. There's many things, both legal as well as personal, that we would like to sort of certify that in public that our relationship is valid, and we believe it is, our family believes it is, and we are here today to support everybody who is applying for licenses.
Just here to try and show my support for anybody who wants to get married. It makes no difference in another person's life what we do, and this is just right. There's no...
Well, we are actually here today because we really believe that there is inequality throughout this country, because there are heterosexual couples who are allowed to have the full benefits of a marriage, whereas gay couples are denied the legalities of all of the gifts and blessings that go with married life. And this is the only fair and equitable thing to do. So we are here to say the time has come to make things fair and equal among all people.
Okay, I'm just here to support all my brothers and sisters that would like to get married with the same rights as everybody else. It kind of scares me that my government, I've always felt protected by the Constitution, and now it seems that I have to be worried that the Constitution's going to take away some of my rights. So I'm here to show my support for everybody that wants to apply for a marriage license today.
What do we want? Equal rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Equal rights. When do we want them? Now. Woo! What do we want? Marriage rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Marriage rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Marriage rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Marriage rights. When do we want them? Now.
So here she is.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome one day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome one day. What do we want? Equal rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Equal rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Equal rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want?
Equal rights.
Better computers for the county. Governors of the Human Rights Campaign, among many other things. Thank you so much for coming out today. This is a great grassroots effort organized by a lot of different people from a lot of different organizations, and so we'll get a chance to thank and see some of them later. But I want to talk a little bit about some of the reasons why we're here. I want to read you a quote from a fundraising letter from the Family Research Council. That's a hissing point. We can hiss for the Family Research Council. This is what they have to say about gay and lesbian families. It is unimaginable that two dads or two moms would be allowed to raise innocent children, ensnaring them like hapless guinea pigs in a warped social experiment. Do we think our families are warped social experiments? No! No! We're here today because we need to stop this bigotry. We need to fight this hatred. They refer to us as hate groups. We are just gay and lesbian couples who are in love, who want to be able to have the right to get married. That's what we're here for. Equal rights for our gay and lesbian relationships. President Bush, hiss. You should figure that out by now as we go through this. President Bush proposed an amendment to the Constitution to prohibit gay and lesbian couples from getting married. This is
is something that we should be very outraged at. The United States Constitution is a sacred document of freedom. It represents freedom all around the world. Governments, free democracies all around the world use our Constitution as an example of how to form a free democratic society. We cannot let President Bush take that away from us and make us, gays and lesbians, bisexual and transgendered people, second-class citizens.